We all remember those lessons in elementary or middle school about spelling. Maybe even we had to write the definition with that spelling list. But do we also remember that one lesson that our teacher gave us about acronyms? Maybe, maybe not. If you don't remember, what they are is just a word, and each letter in that word has a new word or meaning that goes with it. In return, you get a new meaning of that word. Now, I'm not here to give you all an English lesson. Rather, I'm here to talk about conservation for the past, the present, and the future in South Dakota, using one word, LEAD. L is for launch. Hugh Hammond Bennett kick-started it all when he pushed the issue of soil erosion in South Dakota. In that, during 1933 through 1935, he brought forward three major events that kick-started it all for South Dakota. The first being the National Industrial Recovery Act, which gave funds to fight soil erosion in South Dakota. The second being the Soil Erosion Service, which was established in those years, which in return helped establish the Soil Conservation Service, my third event that I speak about. And next, FDR signed that and is now renamed the NRCS, Natural Resources Conservation Service, under the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture. Now, I'm not here to give you all a history lesson either. Rather, I was just talking about what events launched South Dakota conservation. My next letter, E, is for effect. The effect started to happen in 1944 when NRCS built 11,000 dams on 2,000 watershed projects. This provided many different effects for wildlife. The first being flood control. The second was wildlife habitat benefits. Third, being recreation. And the fourth, providing water supplies. Now, these effects went on and affected both city and rural areas. For the city, it mainly affected flood control, the protection that was provided to all citizens. And then, in the rural areas, it provided wildlife, habitat benefits, and recreation for all of wildlife. And in both areas, it affected the distribution of the water supplies, which is now everywhere. My next letter, A, is for apply. We can all do things to apply ourselves to conservation in South Dakota. The first being, we can be simple. For the younger generations, you can take an A class at your local high school, learn more about it, and apply yourself. The next being, get in contact with your district, USDA department, and have them contact your NRCS so you can volunteer for different projects in your area or in surrounding areas as well. For adults, you can also do that. And then from there, you can go out and educate yourselves. And then from that, you can educate others as well to get them involved. That way, it's not yourself, it's everyone. Now, D is for dedication. I've taken you through 3 of the 4 letters, and don't get me wrong, they're all vital. But this last letter really demonstrates and wraps up what needs to be said and done in South Dakota. For dedication, it can be simple. In the morning, we all, well, most of us, take showers, wash our hands, brush our teeth. What do those all have in common? Water. We can think about how much water we're using and save. The next would be, in our own home, we have 2 separate garbage bins, one for recycling, pop bottles and cans, the next for regular trash. And our summer is approaching us now, and we all like those cool nights where we can start a bonfire and go around it and just have fun. But have you you ever thought about the air quality that's being put out when you're burning those fires? In the long run, that air quality can be affected by those couple of bonfires that are happening. That in return, I now leave you with 4 letters. L is for launch, E is for effect, A is for apply, and D is for dedication. With us all leading South Dakota, we won't be here for 75 years. We'll be here for 100 more. Thank you.